Hey there, Just Feliciano here to provide a quick 5-minute analysis of my assessment findings, what I agree with, what I disagreed with, some illustrations of my stronger characteristics, and how I plan to use this information and apply it to my own leadership style. Just a quick summary of my findings. I learned that I am a candidate when it comes to communicating, so someone who is warm and supportive, but also very analytical and chatty. It's a mixture of Socratic and reflexive when it comes to communication. I'm also someone who is very empathetic. I like to put myself in other people's shoes, like to get the full picture of a problem or a scenario before I like to dive deeper into it. I just like to understand others just as much as I hope others understand me. I'm also someone who seeks balance in their life. Whether it's work, whether it's personal, there needs to be some form of balance. I need to always find time to renew myself, where I can then come back and focus on those other aspects of when it comes to effective people in the work field. What I agree with, I'll be honest, I agreed with pretty much everything, not everything, but pretty much everything, specifically in regards to the collaborating, in which I scored high on the conflict management, and the referent power, which was my top score when it comes to power assessment, and really establishing that relationship, bringing that inclusive feel into the work environment, gaining as many different perspectives as possible, but not only perspective when it comes to reaching the common goal, but also perspectives of who they are, like, and what are their enjoyments of life, what are some of their aspirations, begin to know people personally as well. Another thing that I agree with was the whole thought of sharpen the saw, which is 7 habits of highly effective people. Sharpening the saw meaning you have to find that balance. I am not myself if I am not balanced. If I'm lopsided, you can see the wear and tear and what that does to me physically, mentally, emotionally. I need a balance. I help stay centered. This helps me stay composed. So I did agree with that. One area that I disagree with was the idea that when it comes to communication, I'm more reflexive. So I care more about the interpersonal aspects of communication. I will say I do care, but I only care to a certain degree. I thought I was more of a noble, someone who was very direct, someone who was very straightforward, even if it regards to offending others. I just understand in the work field, you have to be candid when it comes to making sure tasks are being completed and goals are being met. So that's all that I mean. I do find I'm somewhat in between, at least, so that's where I disagree. One illustration of some of my strong characteristics, like I said, there is overlap when it comes to collaborating and having referent power. It's more about the relationship dynamic and really being inclusive and getting to know others and not only putting yourself first. I remember in my time with the YMCA, as a director, I'm responsible for coordinating leadership meetings, which are coordinators who are aspiring to be directors, executive, and then also us directors. Instead of me just spearheading these meetings, I would instead include the coordinators to not only come up with the content of the meeting, but also be responsible for facilitating these meetings in my support. So what I'm doing by simply doing this is empowering them, bringing them to the spotlight, developing some of their leadership skills and soft skills, so one day they can reach their aspirations of being directive, if that is what they truly want. It's an inclusive film. It's all about everyone, including their ideas, their insights, their perspectives, and really bringing the optimal experience to everyone in these meetings. It's actually a really good meeting, so I'm really proud of that. How I plan to use all of these findings is very simple. I think one of the main things that I need to focus in on is my self-awareness when it comes to emotions. Sometimes I lose sight of the bigger picture when I become emotionally escalated, or I just become emotionally drained, and I don't identify with that at times. And I need to be more aware of that, but also aware of how to regulate these emotions, because I understand the impact this might have on whether or not a subordinate or others will follow me in return. So I feel like if I use these assessment tools and these findings and apply it to my everyday, I will even further enhance my confidence in being a leader and further enhance my overall leadership style in the workplace. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. You have a great day.